The average nurse makes about $45 per hour, and I would say that's upper middle class. Um, and you can probably do as much overtime as you want if you were hourly, and there's a high ceiling for advancement because there's so many different parts of that industry, the healthcare industry. And nursing is probably one of the best jobs in a first world country where you can excel to a higher economic level and also provide a great service to society. The only negative that I would say is you're dealing with traumatic situations as far as people being really sick and hurt, depending on what uh, part of the field you service. So, for your own self care, emotionally and mentally, you're going to see a lot of trauma. So, you're going to have to take care of yourself well. But I would say, you also need the personality to handle that. So, it kind of go hand in hand. But I think too that, for many years coming up, it was the trades, electrician, plumber, um, and nursing is like a trade, right? For men and women, just like the trades are now for men and women. And you could start your career in a trade, and even if you don't like the hands-on part of it, like, I don't like being a hands-on electrician, and maybe you don't like being a hands-on nurse. Or maybe you do. I've actually just met a nurse who likes being hands-on. She doesn't like to work behind a computer. But what I was sharing with her was, how I didn't like working hands-on in construction. But I used that experience that I worked hands-on for several years, over 10 years. And then I got into more of management and more administration, engineering. And it could be the same thing for nursing. You could start hands-on, and if you didn't like it, you can go to medical billing, you can go to administration, you can go to, working with, the healthcare coverage providers, etc. Right? There's so many different ways, but it's a great foundational, upper middle class job being a nurse. And even in states, I know someone recently, they got offered almost $50 an hour in Florida as a nurse. So it does, the pay does vary per state. But it'll be cost adjusted based on your state's income. But you could do very well, bottom line. And you could travel, you could be a traveling nurse. But obviously, you'll make more money if you plant roots and you stay in one field for a while and then you build your way up, right? Like any other career. But I just want to make that statement because it's a great option. People talk about, they want better. This is how you get better for yourself. Even if you don't like to be hands-on, start that way and then work up. The key is consistency. And it's great job security. Like if you worked in financing or technology, those could be great careers, but you could also get laid off, a little bit more volatile. Whereas nursing is more like teaching. It's very stable, for the next 10, 20, 30 years at least. Nursing is a very stable job. It's almost like you can work as much as you want, like being a teacher. So I would just share with you in life, excuse the banging in the background, I would just share with you in life that's a great option. It's a great career. It's a great field. There's a lot of upside. There's great stability. And it's a great opportunity for you to improve your life. But like everything, it's not just going to school. It's not just theory. You got to keep showing up. And that's where most people, it bites them. Because you can have all the theory, but you got to show up, be consistent, and then over time, So either way, I hope that helps you in some way. And thank you to all the nurses. It's a great service. It's a great industry. It's a great thing for yourself and for society. So thank you.